I work with women who are federal employees on a weekly basis, and they've done well saving, they've done a great job in their careers, but yet when it comes to retirement, a lot of times they don't feel as confident. And why is that? It's not by coincidence that that happens. Hi, my name is Josephine Bojang, and in our Women in Finance series, this is where we're going to tackle subjects like this. And so these are real topics that go on with folks that we meet with day in, day out. One of the things is the confidence gap. A lot of times it's not about intelligence where people fall short in retirement. It's really about knowledge and where you're obtaining information, or maybe if you're not even obtaining the right information, right? Other things that happen with a lot of women federal employees is, they might be the ones that have to take a step back from a career perspective to either take care of children or, take care of parents, and that impacts them overall. It's not just about the salary that they're not earning, but it's also about, their future pension calculations, their high three, Social Security. All of those things are impacted based on how much income that they're making or not making. And then as women, we all tend to live longer. So the case that if you're gonna live longer, you're gonna need more income, right? To have that lifestyle that you've always dreamed of in retirement. And so what does that look like? What do we need to plan for? You can't just kind of wing things and think like, while I'm working, things look great. So in retirement, things are going to look the same, because one of the biggest changes is you're going to go from maybe a biweekly paycheck to just getting monthly payments like once a month. And so that's already like a big shift of like how you need to budget. So other things to think about is if you're married, a lot of times maybe your spouse is the one that handles the finances primarily. And I think it's very important as a woman to stay informed, even though you might not be making, the day-to-day choices, but I think it's very important that you stay informed of what's happening. And especially if you're not the spouse that is a federal employee, then making sure that you stay in tune with all the benefits. So it's very important that a lot of these discussions happen together. And then of course, if you're single, there's a lot of things to also think about that, in retirement, things that are going to impact you, right? If you're alone, what if you should need care and someone to help you do your daily living activities? What is that going to look like when you don't have the spouse to lean on? And then sometimes if you're married, is your spouse the person that can be doing all that? So those are some of the things that we need to think about. And especially for a lot of women, we tend to live longer. So what does your financial picture and financial life look like if you're on your own? Right? Whether you were married before and now you're widowed, or you've never been married and you're single, what does that look like? What is the life that you want to live? Because at the end of the day, retirement is another big phase and chapter of your life. It's not just a one and done destination. A lot of people think of retirement as like an event, but it's really more like this is a new chapter of your life. And many times it could be 30, 40 years. So what is that going to look like? And what can you do now to prepare for that so that it is the retirement that you've always dreamed of? If the information we discussed today resonates with you, or you found this very relevant, please subscribe to our channel, and we'll have more topics that we'll be sharing, and look forward to speaking with you soon again.